Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows I, of course, I'm Diego. And today we're going to talk about another brand new episode of And Just Like Crap and Just Like Fucking Diarrhea. Okay, because that's what the show is. Okay, Season 2, Episode 8. Now, what is the name of this episode? The title of this episode is called I Don't Give a Shit. All right, that's the title of this episode, all right? We're going to talk about it just like crap, okay? And real quickly, I just want to say something. I've been complaining a lot lately, okay? You probably heard it on here about the wokeness of this show. This show is fucking woke as fuck, man. I mean, there's not enough fucking vibrant in the world to get as woke as this shit, man. Oh my fucking God. But yeah, the show is woke as shit. But I've noticed that, I've complained a lot about wokeness as far as, like the things that I like my action movies, my superhero movies, things that are typically in the boys' realm, things that men tend to like, like my Transformers or like I said, superheroes or He-Man. They had that fucking cartoon on Netflix. They rebooted He-Man. Okay, they got all this stuff out there like G.I. Joe and stuff. Okay, so they got all this crap out there. It's not all crap. Okay, but a lot of the stuff that boys like. Okay, things that we like. They've gone in there and they've just woken the fuck out of that shit to the point of like Star Wars, for example. Indiana Jones is another good example, okay? They have woken it up so much. They've woke the fuck out of it so much that guys like me, we complain. We don't spend our money on this shit and they end up fucking losing a shitload of fucking money. Disney's on the verge of fucking bankruptcy. Okay, they've lost so much fucking money. They can't afford to lose anymore. But unfortunately, all the woke shit that they planned 3-4 years ago is now coming out this year. Okay, and it is just failing so fucking hard, man, that they're just fucking losing their shit, and it's because we're not spending our money on this stuff. We're not patronizing it, okay? You went into our fucking area and you told us that we're all pieces of shit because we were born with a fucking penis, and then you told us that it wasn't made for us, that this fucking superhero movie wasn't made for us, okay? And then you're telling us that you don't want our money because we're not good enough to watch it. So what the fuck do you expect? Okay, what do you expect is going to happen? Okay, we're not going to fucking give you our money. Okay, we're not going to pay to see this shit. All right, and that's what's happened. Okay, and the Barbie movie, I saw the fucking Barbie. You've probably seen the Barbie movie. Okay, and to me that was just nothing but misandry. That was just woke shit as fuck. But what I underestimated, what I didn't understand, was that the only time I've seen people really complain about this woke shit is when you go into like guy stuff and you try to feminize it. When you take something that's typically boys like sports or superhero movies, or shit like that, when you take stuff that boys like and you try to wokeify it, in other words, you try to feminize it, emasculate all the men, and masculate the women. When you do all that shit, you piss us off. We don't spend our money. But when you do that shit in a chick flick, or in a fucking, like, in a movie that's made for girls or made for women, there's not that much of an argument. There's not that much of a backlash. And Barbie's a great example of that. And I think that's kind of what's happening here. Although I do hear a lot of women complain, and gay guys complain about it and just like crap. It's not as bad as like the guys I've watched that complained about Star Wars. Okay, I mean that's just never ending. Okay, or the guys that are complaining about like the Marvel universe right now. Okay, like the Secret Invasion just ended, the worst ratings in Rotten Tomatoes history for a Marvel property. Okay, Indiana Jones, nobody went to go see Indiana Jones, and they spent north of fucking $300 million just to make that movie, much less market it and all that other kind of shit. So you hear a lot of guys complain about that shit, okay? But I'm not hearing too many complaints about Barbie, all right? Or as much as I'm hearing about it just like crap, okay? I'm just not hearing the complaints as much as, when you go into a man's area and you fuck that up, you're going to hear about it. But you go into a woman's area and you just throw them fucking woke pieces of shit all over the wall, they think you're fucking decorating it. They're like, oh my God, it looks nice, it'll grow on me. That's kind of what I'm trying to say here, okay? So there is a market for wokeness. There is. It's just not in the typically the male genres. Okay, there's no market for it there. Okay, but you can put woke in shit like this. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot of fucking LGBT people that are fucking raising their fucking hand in the air, their fucking dildo in the air, or their pocket pussy, and happy about Shay being on the fucking show. But for the rest of us, we just no. For us heterosexuals that actually watch the show, not so much. All right. So in Just Like Crap, season 2, episode 8. Okay, by the way, I'm Diego, and I'm gonna give you straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got when you watch the show with your girlfriends and your gay friends. I don't do that shit here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. What a real straight guy thinks about this fucking show. I've already watched every fucking episode of Sex Day. I've reviewed every fucking episode of Sex Day. I reviewed every episode of this piece of shit last season as well. So guess what? I'm going to review this. Even though it fucking sucks, I'm going to review this fucking season 2. Okay? That's what I fucking do. Okay? I'm a straight man's voice. That's a voice you never got when you watched this shit before, right? So if you're easily offended, get the fuck out of here right now. Get the fuck out of here right now. Okay? I'm not going to censor myself to spare your fucking feelings, you little fucking snowflake. The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I don't think you can. I know you can. I already know you can. All right, but you're going to get it anyway. Straight up, baby, with no lube. There's no lube here. All right, moving right along. Okay, so this episode 8 of season 2, it opens up with Carrie and Aiden. Okay, obviously they've been having sex for a few weeks now. I guess he hung out in fucking Virginia, He hung out from Virginia for a while. Okay, now I don't fucking understand. Like, okay, he came to fucking New York from Virginia last episode to see Carrie, but he didn't get a fucking hotel room? Like, what the fuck? Would you just assume that you were going to stay at her place? Like, what the fuck? Like, how would you know that? Okay? Okay, like, he should have already had a hotel. Okay? Lined up. Even if it hadn't worked out with Carrie, he would have needed a place to sleep in New York. Okay? So that makes no sense that it was a spur of the moment thing to get a hotel. No, that doesn't make sense. But they've been getting hotels, okay? And they've been sleeping in because, fucking Carrie doesn't fucking work. She didn't have to. Her book got published, okay, and she fucking inherited all of her fucking dead husband's money, which she murdered, by the way. She inherited all of his money, so what the fuck she need to work, okay? And I don't know what the fuck Aiden does now, but apparently he sold his business, his furniture making business, and he must have sold it for a lot of fucking money because he doesn't fucking work either. He probably doesn't have to. He's probably loaded as well, okay? So, like, if you want to be a guy on this show that dates a girl on this show, then you have to fucking be rich. Otherwise, you don't qualify, all right? So don't give me any of that fucking shit about how I'm being sexist and I'm being judgmental on women because they don't look as good because they're too fucking fat or they're too fucking old or they're too fucking ugly or whatever. Don't give me any of that fucking shit, okay? You can't even fucking be considered on this fucking show as a man unless you're fucking loaded, okay? So don't fucking tell me about superficiality. This whole fucking show's about superficiality. In case you haven't fucking noticed, it's all about, what restaurants they go to, what clothes they wear, okay? How much is in their bank account is important, as Simo will tell you, okay? What neighborhood they live in, all right? Who they know, okay? That's what this whole fucking show is about. So the show's already fucking it's always been superficial, okay? So don't fucking give me shit because I'm being superficial too. I'm giving you a straight man's fucking point of view. That's the point of view you're not gonna get on this fucking show. Because none of the men on the show act like fucking men except for Steve. And we only see him twice this season, okay? So he doesn't really count. He's not in every episode is what I'm trying to say, all right? All right, moving right along. Okay, so they're having sex in the hotel room. Okay, they've been having sex for a few weeks now. I guess he hung out for a lot longer than we thought. Okay, something about a Virginia vampire. He's a Virginia vampire. I don't fucking know what that's supposed to mean. Pillow talk. All right. So he has chickens in his farm. We find out that important information. He's got chickens on his farm, and he tells the story about how a chicken came into his house one day because he leaves the door open on his farm in Virginia and just laid an egg in his room. Carrie doesn't believe that actually happened, but he's telling me no, it did. Okay, how did the chicken get in your house? I left the door open. Okay, yeah, fucking Paul Bunyan here, fucking Mom Pa Kettle here. What the fuck? All right, anyway, so that's going on. Jeff Clampett, all right? All right, so he lays eggs in the house, okay? And Carrie's like, oh, that's not a chicken laying eggs, that's a home invasion. Okay, yeah, for you it would be, Carrie. Okay, so he keeps being put on hold. He calls for room service to get them because they're hungry. They've been fucking all night and all day, and they haven't eaten anything. Like, he keeps getting put on hold by this very rude person. I mean, who the fuck puts you on hold over and over again in a fucking 4-star hotel in New York, all right? I'm assuming this because they're both fucking millionaires, so I'm assuming it's a 4-star hotel in New York, okay? They won't just be fucking at a goddamn Motel 6, all right? But they keep fucking getting put on hold over and over again, okay? Which brings back the motel, because I remember when Carrie and Big were always fucking in motels behind Aiden's back and his wife's back, all right? So it's kind of like a callback to that, I think. Anyway, so that's going on. Okay, Carrie wants to see this red brick house this farmhouse, this red brick farmhouse, okay, in Norfolk, Virginia, that Aiden owns. Okay, well, if you want to fucking see it, just say, hey, can you show me a picture of it? And he'll pull up his phone and he'll show you a picture. But nobody on the show thinks about asking Aiden that question. Okay, all right. And he's saying, hey, and Carrie, I think you're ready to meet my boys. Yeah, his boys, okay, his sons, okay. Yeah, he's got 3 boys, remember? And I don't remember all their names, okay. He said their names in Sex and the City Part 2. He told you what their name. I don't remember. I think one of them was named Logan, and I'm pretty sure one of them was named Wyatt. But I don't remember the other kids' names. I'm not even sure those are the right names. But I'm pretty sure one of his sons' names is Wyatt. Okay, that's all I know for sure, all right? And we actually saw one of his sons. It was the baby he was wearing on that one time. I think it was in season 5. When Carrie she was gonna go on a date with Jack Berger. Remember, I think it was gonna be their first date or something. And she ran into Aiden. He was hanging out in front of some store. Okay, his wife was in there, so we never got to see what his wife looked like. But he had a baby strapped to his chest. Okay, well, I know in real life that baby was Sarah Jessica Parker's baby. Okay, but that was supposed to be Aiden's baby, his first son. Okay, who is now 20 years old. Okay, according to this show. All right, damn how they grow. All right, so that's going on here. Carrie starts Googling red brick farmhouses on her laptop to see, and she finds all these beautiful fucking homes that look like they were in a movie with Anthony Hopkins. What was it called? Fucking Homebound, or who gives a shit? Howard's End. Yeah, Howard's End. All right. Apparently she's seen that movie. All right, moving right along. Okay, so she talks to the girl. She talks about the chickens to her girlfriends, all right, during lunch. Because remember, all the women on the show go out to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. So they're at a restaurant. The 4 of them are there eating, okay? There's Carrie there, Charlotte, Miranda, and in the 4th seat this time is Seema. Okay, so Seema took the 4th spot this time, all right? Because, when they go to lunch, it's a big event, all right? So they're there, they're just gossiping. And by gossiping, I mean that fucking Carrie just, like in every episode of Sex and the City, Carrie just fucking talks about herself the whole fucking time. And whenever any other women talk about their problems or shit, Carrie changes the subject to make it back about herself and what her problem is and what she's interested in and what she's going through, okay? That's just typical regular Sex and the City. That's just the modus operandi for Sex and the City. All right, so that's going on here. She talks about the chickens at lunch with the girls, okay? Seema's in the 4th spot. Carrie wants to go back with him to visit Virginia. She says the next time he's in town, she wants to go back with him to visit and meet his boys and see his fucking red brick fucking farmhouse, all right? The next time he's in town, which is going to be in a few weeks, all right? In a couple of weeks, okay? So his boys are aged 14, 17, and 20, okay? His ex lives in Virginia, okay? But we don't know their names. Like I said, I don't remember their names. I know one of them's named Wyatt, okay? And, if you want to know their names, watch Sex and the City Part 2. Okay, so she's his ex-wife is a textile designer. Now, why does he have an ex-wife? So why is he divorced too? Okay, because no guy on the show can fucking get a happily ever after. I mean, Harry's still married to Charlotte. Okay, but if I was Harry, I would have ended myself a long time ago. Okay, there's no way I could be fucking married to that and with kids like that. No fucking way. Not if I'm the one paying all the fucking bills in the goddamn house. Okay, and I have no agency. I have no authority. I get no respect for my kids. I get no respect for my fucking wife. Okay, and now I got extra duties to do besides fucking paying for everything, and keeping everyone in the fucking type of lifestyle they're accustomed to. Besides all that, now I gotta fucking do more. Okay, no, I would have ended myself a long time ago if I was Harry. But this show is written by gay guys, lesbians, and by men with vaginas. So of course, Harry's gonna be happier than a pig in shit at his life. Okay. So that's going on, all right, and it turns out that Aiden's ex-wife is a textile designer, and no guy can be fucking happy. If Carrie wants that guy, then he cannot be happy in his current relationship. So he's got to fucking want to be with her, all right? So no, Aiden does not get a happily ever after, which kind of sucks because you would think that a guy that was this nice, because let's face it, Aiden is a nice guy. He doesn't fuck people over. He gets fucked over, but he doesn't fuck people over. So you kind of hope that in your back of your mind that maybe he met someone that deserved him, a woman that treated him with respect. That wouldn't cheat on him, that loved him unconditionally, no matter how much money he fucking had, or whether he had his fucking dad bod, or whether he didn't have his dad bod, that appreciated his charisma, that appreciated his talent at making furniture, okay, and his ability to fucking, to build things, okay, very masculine qualities, okay. You would think that he would find a woman that could appreciate that about him, okay, but no, she's got to fucking leave him too, okay. Like, what the fuck, okay, you can't win. You can't fucking win on this show. Every guy gets shit on no matter who they are. And what really pisses me off is the guys get shit on and are happy to get shit on. Okay, fuckers like Herbert and Harry. What the fuck? No. I want Aiden to have a happy ending. I want him to fucking end up with a girl that's gonna fucking be faithful to him, okay? And love him unconditionally, okay? Not fucking Carrie. Not Carrie, not after what she did to him. She didn't fuck him over once, lady. She fucked him over twice. Twice. Okay? No, there's not gonna be a fucking third chance. There never should have been a second chance. Okay? What the fuck is Aiden doing? He has that much low self-esteem that he has to go back to a girl that fucked him over 20 years ago? Really? Is that the kind of man Aiden is? Because I'm sorry, but all I see is a fucking cuck. I see a cuck. What the fuck are you doing, Aiden? Like, even I learned this shit like in high school. You don't go back to the girls that fucked you over. They just want something out of you. Don't think she's already done it before. She'll do it again. She'll fucking do it again. People don't fucking change that way. Okay? Not on this show, at least. In real life, maybe they do. But not in fucking Sex and the City. You know, Carrie might be fucking, might feel bad about it, but it's not like she had to suffer from it. She didn't suffer from it. She rode off into the sunset with Big. She had her fucking, 17, 16 years they were married, all happy, 13 years they were married, all happy together, okay? So it's only that he died that now she's looking for somebody else, okay? That's not a good enough reason. No. Fuck that noise. If I was Aiden, you know, I would think, okay, maybe the mother of my children is probably someone I love a little bit more than fucking Carrie, okay? That's how I would look at it. The woman that I had 3 fucking kids with, you know, is probably the woman I'm more concerned with than fucking the girl that dumped my ass twice 20 years ago. Okay? That fucked me over 20 years ago. You see what I mean? That's why I tell you, this show's written by gay guys, lesbians, and men with vaginas. All right, moving right along. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, Miranda, of course, starts talking with the fucking food in her mouth. Okay, yeah. Back to old times, okay? You know, whose bread did the chicken like the eggs off, Mom? Whose bread was that, Carrie? Yeah, just like fucking Sex in the City, man. Always talking with her goddamn mouthful of fucking food. God damn, you know how fucking gross that is? Jesus Christ, you know how fucking gross the tongue that is, Carrie? What kind of chicken you got, Carrie? That's what I fucking see every time I look at her fucking ugly face. God damn. All right, that's Miranda being fucking Miranda. Okay, Seema says, like, you know, I checked out when you said farmhouse. Okay, Seema can't be bothered with those goddamn fucking rednecks. You know, no, those things don't even need to go across my line of sight, all right? I'm like, so not into it. Okay, once again, she thinks she's fucking Joan Collins. If Joan Collins was, you know, unattractive, you know, Indian and fat. All right, so that's going on here, okay? You know, Carrie says, like, well, you know, she's like, well, you better check back in because I'm sure Aiden's farmhouse is gorgeous, even though I've never seen it. But I did Google it, okay? And look at these pictures I got. Look at these beautiful, they look just like the house from Howard's End. Okay, she's like, and honestly, I am still traumatized about that fucking shack he had in New Jersey. I remember that one. Did that shack even have electricity? I don't fucking remember. But remember he had that farmhouse in New Jersey? She went to go spend the weekend with him and she fucking hated it. There was animals and shit outside and she just went nuts. Remember that one? Remember she went to the fucking drive-thru and tried to order like a fucking Cosmo shit through a hamburger drive-thru? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she ain't built for the country. She's a fucking New Yorker. City girl all the fucking way. Hey, I'm a city boy at heart too. I live in a fucking big city, right? No, I can tell you which one, okay? But if you look out there, okay, outside my window, I live downtown. There's a big fucking city out there. Okay. Yes, I live in a penthouse. Okay, I'm on the 23rd floor. Okay, but yes, it's a big city right outside that window. Okay, that's where I'm comfortable. That's my safe space. Okay, it's in a big fucking city. That's just who I am. All right, that's my personality. Okay, I like being in a big city, lots of people, lots of things, lots of culture. It's comfortable for me. All right, so moving right along. So that's going on here, okay. Yeah, she's still traumatized about that shack that Aiden had back out in the country. Okay, Miranda says, like, good. That means you're still you. You know, like, get the fuck out of here. We already know Miranda hates the fucking country too, all right? All right, so Carrie assumes that his house is like the one from Howard's End, that movie Howard's End with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. Okay, I've never fucking seen that movie, so I don't give a shit about it. Okay, why have I not seen Howard's End? Because I'm not fucking gay, that's why. All right, she's complaining, she's comparing herself to to Aiden. She's comparing herself and Aiden to Emma Thompson and Anthony Hopkins in that movie. All right. Charlotte says she's having hot flashes now. Well, remember she had that fucking panic attack, but it was the space cake that she ate last episode. Okay. So Charlotte's having hot flashes. She's like, oh my god, somebody got to tell you, I'm gonna go back to work again. Yeah. She decides she's gonna go back to work at a gallery. Okay, she's gonna work at a gallery again. Remember, she has not held a job in 23 years. That's the last time she worked. Okay, when she married Trey, she gave up her job when she got married to Trey McDougal, the multimillionaire who gave her the fucking apartment that she's living in now with the fucking Harry. That she got in the divorce, even though they're only married for like a year or some shit. She got the fucking multi-million-dollar apartment in downtown Manhattan. She got to keep it. Okay, yeah, and it was a bullshit reason they divorced too. But anyway, yeah, that's the kind of woman Charlotte is. She's an airhead, but she's a gold digging airhead. All right, but now she's even fatter, but we'll get to that. All right, so that's going on. Okay, she's at the thought of a Carrie, she's getting all hot flashes at the thought of Carrie spending time with Aiden's sons. Now you got to remember, Charlotte was always the biggest cheerleader for Aiden. Okay, she was always rooting for Aiden and Carrie to stay together, to be happy together. She didn't like Big as much. Okay, I mean, she did like Big, but if you had to choose between Big and Aiden, she would choose Aiden because Aiden was more of a fucking good guy, a stand-up guy. He wasn't in and out of her life all the time. He always wanted to be there. He always wanted to be faithful to her. He always wanted to be committed to her. He basically wanted to be all the things that women say they want in a guy, but when they actually get a guy like that, they fuck him over. Okay, well, Aiden's a perfect example of that. Okay, he was the perfect guy on paper, so of course, Carrie's gonna fuck him over. Okay, and she did twice. Yes, I'm gonna keep fucking reminding you of that. All right, so she's excited that Carrie is gonna meet Aiden's sons. You know, because she's that kind of a person, okay? She's not so much of a feminist that women should never have kids, that kind of thing, they should never be mothers, they should never be wives, they should just be boss bitches, put their career first. Fuck that noise, all right? Miranda's that way, but fucking Charlotte's not that way, okay? So that's going on, okay? She's excited. Seema looks worried when she's checking Carrie's phone to look at the pictures of those brick houses, those brick farmhouses she's looking at, and Carrie's like, well, you know what? If it feels right, and it does, why slow it down? Okay, now you're scaring me, Carrie. Now you're scaring me, okay? You're trying to relive your youth, okay? She's trying to okay, this isn't a midlife crisis. This is a I'm almost dead fucking crisis, okay? Because Carrie's 58 years old, okay? She's past middle age, okay? Middle age was Sex and the City. That was middle age, okay? She's past that now, okay? She's got a hell of a lot less days ahead of her than she does behind her. Okay, this is not a midlife crisis. I don't know what the fuck you call this, all right? But she's trying to fucking not slow this down, but she's not thinking about what she's fucking doing, okay? She's being wrapped up by her emotions, okay? And I don't think she's in love with Aiden. I honestly don't think she is. I think that what she is she's in love with being young again. She wants to feel the way she did when she was 34, 35 years old. We were there for that. We remember what she was like, okay? But she's not like, she doesn't look like that anymore. She doesn't work like that anymore. She doesn't live like that anymore. But she wants to. She's trying really hard to go back in time and get a do-over. Well, if I could go back to being 35 again, and I did everything over, I wouldn't have fucked over Aiden. I should never have fucked him over, okay? I would have done it differently, okay? I would have changed it, so that it didn't happen that way, That's what she's trying to do, okay? And it's pretty fucking sad. Now, I'm not saying I don't understand that. All of us have thoughts like that every once in a while. Even me personally, this woman that I was in love with in my 20s. I mean, I was madly in love with her, okay? And we split up because she wanted to get married, and I was in my early 20s. I wasn't ready to get married at that time. I wasn't. I barely knew what the fuck I was going to do with my life, much less fucking get married, settle down, have kids. What the fuck? I didn't even go to school yet or nothing. Okay, I felt I was too young, but she wanted it, so we split up. Okay, and of course she went off. She got married. She got kids. Then she got divorced. Then she got married again. Blah blah blah. Okay, and I saw her again. Many years later. We ran into each other because she looked for me. She found me. Okay, and we're still friends to this day, and my feelings for her are still incredible, and all that stuff. But I know in the back of my mind, I know that no matter, and honestly, I'm still in love with her. I still love her. I still do. Okay, but I also know that if we had stayed together back then, back in the 90s, my life wouldn't have gone the way that it ended up being, and I love the way my life ended up being. No, it wasn't always great. It wasn't always perfect. Okay, but it's mine. Okay, and I would never ever give up the great things that have happened in my life to get rid of the bad things. You see what I mean? So no, I don't want to live back. I learned from my past, but you can't go back there and do that. And that's what Carrie's trying to do. She's trying to go back in time and redo all the fucking mistakes from the past. And you can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not sane. But who knows what's going to happen? Because like I said, this show's written by fucking gay guys, lesbians, and men with vaginas. So of course she's going to be able to go back in time. Of course, when she thinks about Aiden, he'll just magically appear and everything will be back to normal like it was before, like it never happened. You see what I mean? It's bullshit. This is bullshit. My God, this is women just can't accept the fact that they're aging. They're getting old. Yes, there are some women look incredible in their 50s. Look at fucking Sofia Vergara. Oh my God, have you seen her in a bikini? At 52, she's fine as fuck. You know? Even Michelle Pfeiffer's in her 60s. She looks incredible. You know? But what I'm saying is most women don't. Okay? And Sarah Jessica Parker most certainly does not. Okay? First, I do not envy Ferris Bueller. Okay? All right? I don't. All right? Because, you know, but that's what this show is, okay? It's very superficial. So, of course, it's about the looks. So you can't fucking tell me not to judge her on her looks when this show is all about looks. You see what I mean? This show fucking objectifies men all the fucking time. So you're going to tell me I can't? That's why I'm giving you a straight man's point of view, okay? I'm sorry, Carrie looks like shit. She looks like a fucking hag. She looks like the fucking witch from fucking Snow White. Okay, after she got ugly, okay? So I'm sorry, but it's true. It's fucking true. I'm sorry. I mean, get some makeup, you can make it a little bit better, but come on, man. I'm not even gay. And even I can tell you, John Corbett, I mean, Aiden looks better than her, man. And I'm not even gay, man. He looks better than her. How the fuck is that possible? How is that possible? Okay, you see what I mean? All right, moving right along. Okay, so Carrie's like, if it feels right, and it does, I don't want to slow it down. You know? And Aiden wants to take all of you out to dinner next time he's in town. Okay, so she invites all of them out to dinner when Aiden comes back, all right? No, I would not agree with that at all. Okay, if I was Aiden, there's no fucking way in hell I would want to have dinner with Carrie and her girlfriends, okay? And the reason that is because me as a man, the first thing I would say, okay, when I sat down at the table with them for a dinner that I'm gonna fucking pay for, I would say like, okay, hello, Charlotte, Miranda, hey, remember when you all knew that Carrie was fucking cheating on me with Big, but you didn't tell me? Remember that? Okay, well, fuck you. That's what I would say. That's what I would say, okay? Now, I am not condemning Charlotte and Miranda for not telling me. Of course, they're going to be loyal to their friend. Because remember, Charlotte did know that Carrie was fucking big. She caught them coming out of the hotel, okay? But still, I mean, it's like, okay, you know what? When push comes to shove, you're going to take her side over me. You don't have my best interest at heart. You've got her best interest at heart, okay? Naturally so. Okay, so why the fuck am I going to take you out to dinner? You see what I mean? You're her friend. You're not my friend. Okay? See what I mean? All right, you know, and any guy, and ladies, I don't give a shit what you say about me right now. Any boyfriend you have or husband you have right now would tell you the same fucking thing, okay? All right, you know, if they knew, if you're fucking around and your guy and your girlfriends all know about it, of course they do, okay? And they didn't tell your guy, okay, they're not his friends. They're not his friend. All right. Moving right along. So that's going on here, okay? No, I would never do that, okay? Yeah, it would be embarrassing. It really would be embarrassing, okay? So Seema points out that Carrie accidentally Googled Norfolk, United Kingdom, and not Norfolk, Virginia. So those beautiful brick houses you're looking at are in the UK. They're in London. They're in England. They're not here. So Carrie can't even fucking Google correctly, all right? You know, and like I said, why the fuck just ask Aiden what the fucking the farmhouse looks like? Just text him right now. Hey, can you send me a picture of your farmhouse? I want to see what it looks like. Okay, that's all you have to do. Why does anybody fucking do that? Yeah, exactly. All right, because it got to make Carrie look stupid. All right. Next scene, Miranda is walking with Carrie down the street. Okay, it's just Miranda and Carrie now. Okay, and Miranda says that she begged the Human Rights Watch people if she could intern there again. Now, remember last season, she was offered an internship, okay, to work for the Human Rights Watch people. Yeah, that's their name. Some fucking bullshit activist group. Who knows? Who gives a shit? She was offered an internship there, and Nia signed off on it, wrote her a letter of recommendation. But instead of taking that internship, Miranda went to go fucking live with Shay in LA so she could film her pilot, okay? So yeah, how much is that of a feminist? Yeah, she fucking dropped everything that she wanted to do so she could fucking be with her fucking man, her fucking trans land whale. Okay, yeah, that's how much of a fucking feminist she is. Okay, she put her career on hold to be with her partner, okay? Anyway, well now she regrets it. She says it's the biggest mistake of her life. So she begged to fucking get that internship again. So now she got it again. Of course she did, okay? So she wants to help people now, and that's why she left her law firm, was because she wanted to help. No, she wanted to stuff her fucking fat ass and destroy her fucking family. That's what she wanted to do, all right? She didn't want to fucking help anybody but herself. All right, so Miranda says, like, you know, about Aiden, Carrie, you're moving so fast with him that you didn't even know that you Googled Norfolk, England, okay? Like, that's how fast you're moving. And Carrie's like, we're not living in the past, Miranda. We are most definitely living in the present. Okay? Honestly, Miranda, I am having the best orgasms I have ever had in my entire life. Okay, well, say that a little bit louder. That way Big's ghost can hear you. Okay, Carrie? Okay, yeah. And she's like, and honestly, Miranda, I think I was always holding back. That's why I didn't have as good orgasms with Aiden last time. I was always holding back. I was holding myself back because of Big. There was always this connection there, and I don't think I wanted to accept it at the time. Connection? You didn't fucking even wear the engagement ring on your ring. You rolling it around your fucking neck. There was no fucking connection there, Carrie. What the fuck? I have to ask myself, Miranda, was Big a big mistake? I don't know, Carrie. You know what? When you go to Virginia with Aiden, why don't you ask his fucking sons that question? God damn. And Miranda, you're saying everything, Miranda. God damn. I'm not making that up, okay? Look at her fucking face in the scene, okay? I'm not fucking making this up, okay? That's Cynthia Nixon's acting talent right there, okay? It sells the scene all the way. All right. Next scene is Charlotte, okay? Charlotte holds a meeting with her kids, a mandatory meeting, okay? And of course, her kids, they don't give a shit. They don't give her any respect. Okay, Carrie's just sitting there because he has to be there. Rock's on her fucking cell phone. Okay, texting. Lily's sitting there bored out of her fucking mind because she has no respect for her fucking mom. Okay, and Charlotte's there looking like fucking Mary Poppins. Okay, kids, we're having an emergency meeting. Okay, I swear to God, she reminds me of fucking Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life right there. I'm waiting for her to say something like Blair. Really, seriously. All right. So that's going on, okay. She says, oh yeah, Richard Burton's there too, her fucking bulldog. Her bulldog is fucking there, okay. Okay, she tells them that she's gonna go back to work full time. She talked to Marcus Sapien, that's the gay guy, I guess the gallery owner, some gallery, Marcus Sapien. He was at the fucking party, at the anniversary party for Herbert and Lisa Todd Wexley, the one that nobody showed up for. Yeah, he was there, he showed up, okay. He offered her a job. I'm a mother now. I haven't worked in 20-something years. Okay, well, now she wants her job back because, she got high last episode. She had an anxiety attack, and now she realizes that her life is fucking bullshit, okay, and that she wants to go back to work. She doesn't know who the fuck she is, okay? The fact that she's got 2 fucking kids and a husband, okay, and she does all this volunteer work, and she does all this work with the fucking PTA at her kid's private school, and that she's in charge of all these fucking charities that she does on her own, okay, and that she hangs out with her fucking girlfriends and gets drunk all the fucking time and gossips and brags and tries to seduce 16-year-old boys. All that shit. After all that shit, she still doesn't know who the fuck she is, okay? So that's why she needs to go back to work. All right. So that's going on, all right? And Lily and Rock are both in agreement. They don't give a shit about their mom. They're like, oh, so that means that you aren't going to be home very much anymore. No problem with that. We're cool with it. As long as our trust funds are still safe, we don't give a shit. So go, Mom, go fly. Go fly and be free. Bye. Okay. And she's like, Harry, you're going to have to pick up the slack. He's like, oh, I said I would, honey. Besides the fact that I pay for everything in this fucking house, from your clothes to their clothes, their tuition at their private schools, their trust funds, their inheritance, our mortgage, our property in the fucking Hamptons, okay? All that fucking shit I pay for, okay? But you're right, I'm not doing enough. So yeah, I told you I'm gonna help. I'm gonna pick up the slack, okay? That way you can fucking work at the gallery and earn your fucking $35,000 a year. That way you can have your own money to spend on fucking, that'll last you about what, a week in shoes? Right, sweetheart? Yeah, basically that's what happens, right? Okay, so they clear out. Okay, next thing is Miranda. Miranda starts her Human Rights Watch internship. So she goes in there, and of course it's all millennials in there, okay? And she goes in there to start her first day as an intern, okay? And she meets a couple of young women, one white girl and one black girl, okay? And they're young, and they say they've been there for a few months, and they're trying to suck up to the boss and maybe someday be given the privilege to take notes in a meeting, okay? Because that way they can work their way up in the organization, okay? But this is Miranda's first day. She shows up there. Obviously, she's older than everybody else, okay? And she tells these girls, these young women, hey, yeah, well, I've got 30 years experience doing corporate law, okay? So, so yeah, I know a little bit about this stuff, but I want to, I'm starting at the bottom too, And of course, we meet the boss. I don't know her name, but she's pregnant. Some Latino lady, I think she's Latino, and she's pregnant. She comes out, okay, and she's the boss there, and she says, "Oh, Miranda, okay, I see you met the other girls. Hey, I want you to come into this meeting with me and take some notes." Okay, well, the two millennial girls are like, "What?" And Miranda's like, I just got here though. Yeah, this is my first day. She's like, yeah, I know. That's why you're perfect for it. Come with me. Go to the meetings. Bring your notebook. Okay, so the girls are all pissed off now at Miranda because all of a sudden she's doing what they've been trying to do for several months now, and they've been there a lot longer, So yeah, and honestly, I can kind of see it. I mean, listen, Miranda is fucking. When it comes to being a lawyer, she's a really good lawyer. I will say that she's been doing it for a long fucking time. Okay, she went to Harvard Law School, for Christ's sake. She was a partner at her law firm. Okay, so she knows her shit. So, of course, if I was running this organization, I would want the best qualified person, too. And it's not going to be some fucking 25-year-old, 22-year-old intern. It's going to be the fucking 57-year-old, former fucking law practice partner, okay, in Manhattan, okay? That's the one I'm going to go with, too, okay? She's got 30 years experience that these girls don't have. Right, but it does piss off the other girls, all right? So they don't like her now. No shit, join the club, all right? Next thing you know, Shay is working at the fucking animal shelter or the veterinarian office. Who the fuck knows? Who cares, okay? She's in there with all the fucking bitches. Why the fuck am I looking at her ugly fucking Fred Flintstone-looking, Ralph Cramden-looking ass, okay? I don't fucking give a two shits about fucking Shay or her goddamn fucking pilot or her goddamn love life or the goddamn fact that she can't fucking rent out her Airbnb. Who gives two fucking shits about Shay, okay? She's a piece of fucking shit character, okay? She's a fucking Samantha Irby insert is what she is, okay? That's this fucking trans thing that's writing the fucking episodes. She put herself in the goddamn fucking episodes as well, okay? That's what Shay is. Okay, that's the only reason she's fucking in the show is for diversity and inclusion bullshit, which Sex and the City was never about. There's other shows for that shit. Sex and the City was not one of them, okay? I don't want to go into a fucking episode of it just like crap just so I can find out what's going on in the goddamn trans community and what the fucking right pronouns I'm supposed to fucking use. Fuck you and your fucking pronouns. All right, moving right along. So this fucking Ralph Cramden looking thing, sitting there working at the animal shelter, okay, because we're looking at her. Okay, and then of course Carrie comes in there to say hi because let me tell you something about Carrie real quickly here, okay? Now Carrie had friends on Sex and the City, but Carrie only had her 3 girlfriends, Charlotte, Miranda, and Samantha. That was it, okay? Every once in a while she would hang out with Stanford, so you could make an argument that Stanford was one of her friends too. But the thing about Carrie, okay, was that Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte, each one of those 3 women thought that they were Carrie's best friend, okay? Because remember, she would always hang out with Samantha, or she would always hang out with Miranda, or she would always hang out with Charlotte, or she would hang out with all 4 of them would hang out together. And they did everything together, okay? Now, Carrie would always meet these people. There's all these characters who would show up on the show, and Carrie would be, oh yeah, I've known her for years. Hey, and they would act these people had history together and oh yeah, remember that time that we did this, even though we never fucking saw that happen. These characters were so close to Carrie that they would show up for one episode and then we would never see them again. Okay, but Carrie had a lot of friends like that. Okay, oh yeah, I know that guy. Remember when we did this, this, and this? And they'd be like, yeah, remember when we did this, this, and this? And that would be it. We'd never see that character again. Okay, there were so many fucking characters like that, but we saw Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte in every fucking episode, okay? But each one of them thought that they were Carrie's best friend, okay? Each one of them thought that Carrie was their best friend, okay? Because Samantha had no friends except for them. Miranda had no friends except for them. Charlotte had no friends except for, well, she had Anthony, but that was it, okay? None of the other girls had any friends except for each other. Carrie had all sorts of friends, but she only hung out with those 3 girls. Okay, so that was Carrie's fucking thing, all right? She was the girl, she always had just those friends and nobody else, okay? Charlotte, Miranda, and Samantha would never hang out with each other, okay? The only time they ever did that was in the last season when Carrie left to go to fucking France. That's the only time they ever hung out together. The 3 girls hung out together without Carrie. Every other time, Carrie was what held them all together. They all thought they were Carrie's best friend, okay? So the whole idea that Carrie would start hanging out with these fucking strangers, she'll just hang out with Lisa Todd Wexley together, or she'll just hang out with fucking Naya together, or she'll just hang out with fucking Shay together, that would never fucking happen on Sex and the City, okay? It never happened. Okay, that's not, she was not close with anybody else except those 3 girls, okay? That's because Candace Bushell, Samantha, Miranda, Charlotte, and Carrie were 4 different aspects of Candace Bushell's personality, okay? That's why they were always together, because she couldn't separate them from herself. They were all a part of her. You see what I mean? Okay, so but now they're not doing that anymore. Now it's like a rotating friend. Each one of them has a person of color that's a friend that they hang out with, okay, which would have never happened on Sex and the City. You see what I mean? Why the fuck is Seema hanging out with Carrie? Why the fuck is Naya hanging out with Charlotte? Why the fuck is Lisa Todd Wexley hanging out with Miranda? I mean, this is stupid. This is stupid. This never would have happened on Sex and the City. It makes no fucking sense now, and it fucks up the tone of the show. Okay? They're only there for fucking diversity points. That's the only fucking reason they're there. They serve no purpose. Shay serves no fucking purpose on this show except to lecture you, the viewer, on LGBTQ fucking activism. Same thing with Naya. The only reason Naya's there to lecture you on fucking Black History Month. Okay? The only reason Lisa Todd Wexley is there with her fucking bullshit pussy husband, okay, is so that you can see a black version of Charlotte and Harry. That's it. They are literally a black version of Charlotte and Harry. They go to the same fucking school. Both their husbands are bald. They're both lawyers. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Anyway, I'm Diego. I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of And Just Like Crap. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.